And I'm Willett here with the Boxing Circle. Today we are in Central San Diego at BoxFit, and I am accompanied today by amateur fighter Sean A. He's helping me out today. He's also a boxing coach here at BoxFit in Central San Diego. Thank you so much for joining me today, Sean.
Anytime.
All right, so the way that we do this here over the Boxing Circle is really 5 quick questions. And we just want to kind of get your opinion and your input on it.
Yep.
Just a little bit of background. The Boxing Circle celebrates all people and all things boxing. So this means all fighters, fans, coaches of all levels, backgrounds, and abilities.
Yep.
And then, of course, products as well. Okay? So let's go back in time. You've been boxing for about 3 years now, which I'm impressed because you're one of my coaches and you worked me out really hard, and I know I have a training session with you right after this. So I'm extremely impressed. So, but anyways, let's go back in time.
Yep.
Do you remember what was going through your mind when you first picked up a pair of boxing gloves and you were just like, you know, how you were feeling? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Because back then, like, my parents didn't allow me to box.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I've always been interested in the sport and everything. So I used to take my pillows and put it in my camping bag. And I'll hang it on my pull-up bar, and I'll just like start punching it and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but when I was like 16, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna work a bit and like pay for a boxing gym. And like when I first put on the gloves, it was absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? Because I've been playing rugby for a long time, my whole life.
Yeah.
But like boxing is an individual sport, and like I get to show how tough I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I push myself. I get to know how like who I am when I'm really tired, when everything hurts. So I like the feeling.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. For me, I started a little bit later in life, and I was just so nervous but so excited at the same time.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a very individual sport, but it brings so much to so many people.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I just love it. I especially love the story about, you know, your pillows and your camping
Yeah,
bags.
I got into a lot of trouble for that.
Well, I love it. It just shows your passion for the sport, so that's fantastic. So in terms of the second question I want to ask you is, we like to keep things positive here,
Yep.
but there's always room for improvement. Is there anything in particular that you would like to see as an improvement with the sport of boxing or the community?
Yeah, I think like the pettit record, like everybody's scared to lose nowadays. So like the best are not fighting the best, and even when the best do fight the best, it's like it takes forever because like politics involved, there's a lot of money involved. But thanks to Uncle Turkey, the Sheikh from Saudi Arabia, like now the best are finally fighting the best, and it's amazing. You know what I mean?
That is true. And on both accounts. I mean, we just saw the news about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. And
apparently it's cancelled. You know?
Yeah, it's canceled. Yeah, and so you're saying a lot of politics, a lot goes into every single fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that completely. All right, so let's talk about what the sport of boxing means to you and what it brings to you. You kind of gave us a glimpse of that with the first question, but what does that sport mean to you, and what does it bring to you?
Yeah, boxing has actually changed my life a lot. So like last time I used to get bullied, you know, I was not confident in everything. Mm-hmm. But after I started boxing, it really gave me a lot of confidence, you know. Mm-hmm. And like it really helped me like in life in general. Like a lot of things I've learned in the ring, I've actually applied to life in itself. You know, when things are hard, you know what I mean? I always find myself being able to get out of it eventually because of boxing, you know what I mean?
Solid. Okay. I get that completely. And I like to think of boxing almost as, and it sounds funny to say this, but an active meditation, because you cannot think about anything else when you're in the ring. Just what's coming at you. You have to be 100% present, and you hit the nail on the head with the confidence and just knowing how strong you are, both mentally and physically. It's phenomenal to see.
Mostly mentally.
Yes.
Boxing is a mental sport.
It's a mental sport. I like to think it's like a challenging, like you're playing chess, but you're doing it while you're also being physical at the same time. And so, you're correct. It just takes that confidence and that mental strength to another level. Now, if we could time travel and you could see one fight live, but you could only pick one, do you have one in mind that you would like to see?
Thriller Manila, 1975. Muhammad Ali.
Okay,
and then he said he almost died. I think
yes.
Like when he used to fight for 15 rounds.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's one of the fights that really made me fall in love with boxing. Really showed me how much someone can actually push themselves if they really want to, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I watch it once in a while, every now and then, just to remind myself, like, you know what, if he can do this, I can too, you know what I mean?
That's solid. I love that so much. Okay, that's a great answer. I love hearing everyone's answers with that question because it's always something different and it's always surprising each time. So amazing. The very last thing I wanted to ask you is today's the day.
Yep.
Could be just here in this boxing gym, but today's the day is the first day for somebody who is either stepping into a boxing gym or stepping into the ring for the very first time. We don't know their abilities, we don't know their level, their background, anything like that. What advice would you like to give that brand new fighter?
I would say firstly, be humble. You know what I mean? I see a lot of like big bodybuilder guys, they think they're all that.
Yep.
It's boxing, you know what I mean? But most importantly, put your head down, just work hard, you know what I mean? Ask a coach after training, what can I improve? Don't be scared to fail. You know what I mean? Try to spar people better than you.
Yes.
And try to put yourself in the most uncomfortable position because that's the only way you can get better, you know what I mean?
That is true. That is true. In fact, and just a little heads up for you, a couple of us were chatting about your training sessions, and one of the reasons we love it is because you will make, if you're not happy with our performance on a particular punch or a particular move, you will make us repeat it over and over and over again, which is just such a fantastic tactic in terms of coaching.
Yeah, that's how I was taught back in Singapore.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, shout out Fox Gloves Gym in Singapore. And shout out Carlos, shout out Matt.
Yes. Well, that's actually the perfect time for this. So thank you so much for the advice. I wanted to give you a couple seconds, couple of minutes here, just anything left you wanted to say to anyone? Or?
Yeah, shout out to one of my best friends, Carlos Ong. He's a 4-0 professional boxer, future world champ. He's gonna fight in like a month's time, 5-0. Yeah, he's really talented, really good. I've known this guy for a long time. There's nothing but love for this man. And he will be world champ one day. Yeah, shout out Carlos.
I love that. We will make sure that we tag him. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it, Coach. And thank you, everyone. And stay tuned for the next Community Spotlight.
Yeah.